Hello everyone. Okay, so I want to do a video about the progress that I made on the pull-ups in the last 2 weeks. So also something like that, right? So first, let's go back to the first video where oh God, that looks painful, where we can see how much my left shoulder is getting killed, right? And now we're going to look at, restart. We're going to look at the video I did from yesterday. Right. So the shorts are not even. So that's a problem. Like I was getting like the love handles because I wear neoprene shorts, right? And so that was giving me the love handles. I didn't like it because it looks bad on the video. So what I did is I pulled them up and put my shorts. The problem is the shorts are not even, so it's kind of throwing everything off. So what we're going to do is try not to pay attention to that unevenness of the shorts and just looking at the shoulder. So this is the 3 reps from yesterday. And as you can tell, I am doing so much better. Not quite perfect, obviously. But if you look back here, like how much that left shoulder is going all over the place, right? Really. And then compare to this one. So then I'm going to go in slow-mo and we're going to see everything. So it's not perfect, by the way. So let's start to go on this one. So the first rep is a little bit, we started too late, so let's look at the second rep. I don't think the second rep is that good of an indication, but let's start with that one. The reason I don't think so is because I'm not fully relaxed at the bottom. I think we'll see the switch a little bit better on the third one. But first, let's take a look at this one. So right away, what you can notice is that my left arm is not nearly as internally rotated as on the first video, right there, right? So as you can tell, left from right, there's actually a lot less external rotation on the left. That doesn't mean all the external rotation, the excessive external rotation is gone. You can tell I'm still turning a little bit too much where I'm turning, but if you look on the right side right here, I'm externally rotating, but normal for the movement, right? Whereas if you look on this side, you can still see like this too much movement there, right? There. So there's still an issue, there's no question. But I do think if you look overall as I start, it's still a lot better. So things we can look at as well is shoulders. Are my shoulders even on the way up? So if you remember the first video, first of all, my left shoulder was to my ear. And what we saw the most of really on the first video is the left trap engagement. And so you can see that on this one, it's actually interesting. I go right trap first, right? And the second I start pulling, so now I'm even, you don't see that weird thing right here on my rear delt. You will notice, so see like the rear delt doesn't do it nearly as much. What do I mean by the rear delt? We're going to go backwards and see that. So if I look at the rear delt here, look at all that, that shit that I was doing there. Like see this, like the whole rear delt is getting pummeled. I mean, the whole thing is ugly. And you can tell how much I'm going to my left trap. So see, like the right trap engages normally, but then the left trap goes like all that stuff on the left that happens. You can tell from the left rear delt. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, honestly, it hurts watching. You bet my forearm was hurting. And so now we're going to go back to this one on the second one. There. And as you can tell, look at the rear delt. Look at this baby right here, right? So if I put the stuff, look at this baby right here. It's still engaged. See, like the whole time it engages, there's not like that massive disconnect. It's actually stays engaged. So that's very good. And then as you can tell, I am doing a lot less of that shrugging on the left on that one, right? So that's actually pretty good. On the third one, I'm going to relax completely. Oops, sorry, that was the first one. No. There we go. So now I'm fully relaxed. And you can, so looking at the shoulder, we're going to look at the lats and the forearm after that. But like right here, as I go up, like you can tell the left trap is engaging, but man, is it less than before. And see, like that left shoulder is still a little bit higher than the right, but it's really not that much. And if you remember the other video, so you can tell the shoulders are more even, right? The rear delt is engaged right here, right? Let me put the round on there. The real delt keeps getting engaged, which is a good, so I don't have that weird like clunk in the shoulder. And also what I find interesting is, for example, if I go right here, is this part right there. If you look right there, you'll notice that the difference between this and this is not nearly as bad as it was before. So I do started to engage my latissimus dorsi in the last 2 weeks fairly well. Again, if we were to look at the other video right here, okay, that's not a very good quality. Let's go right here. Like you could tell that the difference between the two, like see like all that stuff like right here, right, versus right there was quite a bit difference between the two. So that means that in the last 2 weeks, I'll explain exactly what I do once I finish analyzing the video. I've done a much better job, right, on this right here. You can tell, like again, if I go back between the two, like you can see something like right here that I just did not have before, right? All that connection is happening. You can tell like even like right here, that baby right there, right? None of this, the quality is not great on that one, but none of this I have here. It's as I go up, like right here, it's a little bit there, but it's just not nearly as good. Quality is not quite the same, unfortunately. Anyway, and so something else I want to pinpoint, because actually this is something as I started to work on all of this that I noticed was actually it wasn't just a rear delt. In that case, where as I explained, the attachment with the left latissimus dorsi was really mainly the issue. So I worked on that tremendously. But by doing all this, I also noticed something, is that the brachialis on the left is not there. Like it's developed on the right, you can't tell. So brachialis is what? Brachialis is that muscle right here. That's what we're talking about, this right there. That's a brachialis, right? And it's gone on the left. Like, so I don't think I ever had it, because I remember doing jiu-jitsu that I had issues there. But you can't tell, but I actually have a developed brachialis right here on the right. You can't tell because of all the tattoos. But I'm going to show you the, oops, sorry. I'm going to show you the difference between the two. It's on the videos. But if you look at this video right here, you will notice that right there, the brachialis actually, because I don't have tattoos, so you can actually see it, right, is there, right? See that muscle right there? Let me put this thing again. That muscle right here. That's what you want to look at, is this muscle right here, right? And look at that. See, like you see the definition right here? Right. So I've noticed by working on it for the last 2 weeks that my brachialis is actually gone on the left, which is very interesting. And again, I remember having those issues when I was doing jiu-jitsu. And if I look at there, so you can tell the brachialis is there on this one, right there, right? But you can tell that it's actually here, right? See where most of it is, it's mostly here, right? And you'll see that on the other videos, I already starting to fill up the gap better. So now, don't get me wrong, the quality of the video also makes a difference, but you're gonna have to take my words on it. This baby right here is developing rapidly. And that has been a major difference since if I activate the brachialis correctly, usually by doing band work, the pull-up hurt a lot less. And so the latissimus dorsi on the left is an issue, and so was the brachialis. Those were really the two main issues. But the second I started warming up the brachialis with banded work, the pain went away. How do you know the pain went away? For example, simple show. Look how high I go on those pull-ups. I go about ears at the bar, right? That's the highest I go, because if I go any further than that, honestly, it hurts. It was hurting my forearm way too much, right? And whereas on those ones right here, you can tell I'm going way higher, right? Because that's the point where it was hurting on that side. And a lot of the forearm, you can, by the way, that's a very good angle right there, because you can tell still like the issue here versus there. I got some work to do. It's not finished. I mean, it's never finished. I always have work to do, but at least it's better, right? But that brachialis on the left actually ended up being a big part of the equation. So the main thing that I saw through the training is a necessity to activate the latissimus dorsi. So what did I do? I went back to my dumbbell rows and all that stuff. I found out that the few weeks, at least 8 to 10 weeks of the last block, I did not put nearly enough assistance work, especially toward the lats, as I usually do, and I paid the price for that. And so I've been doing the dumbbell rows, back to my heavy dumbbell rows that I like a lot. And then the first thing I put back in is the one-arm press with a barbell. The one-arm press with a barbell, I'll show you a video of that, allows me to target exactly this spot right here. This is where I feel it the most when I do dumbbell presses. I know it's weird that I engage my latissimus dorsi on a press, but that's actually one of the reasons I like the barbell press so much, is it allows you to engage your lats properly on the movement that is so important for everything. So first thing I did was to put the one-arm barbell press back into my programming. I put the dumbbell rows back in it, and I put like some strict press, but so wide grip strict press with the whole time putting, making sure that exactly that spot on the left is being engaged at all time. So that was one side of the equation. Obviously, I did some rear delts, as you can tell from the beginning of the video. And after that, a lot of the work that I did was to do some brachialis work. So that's basically part of my warm-up. Every time now, I do a lot of bended hammer curls. So, but sorry, I swear it's not the virus. I do it with a bend. Why? Because it allows me to connect better. Like, it's not strong enough for me to do a lot of hammer curls with weights, with dumbbells. I can do it, but it's not nearly as good as with bends. Why? Because I'm just not strong enough for the eccentric quite yet. So I'm going to have to spend a bit more time on the bended, and then I'll start adding weight. But it's actually developing nicely. So I'm quite happy with this. Interestingly, I'm watching at this, and my left tricep in that position is a lot more developed than the right. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that, because it's going to come back and bite me if I don't pay attention. Interesting. Anyway, that'd be see, that's why I like those videos, is because it allows me to see things even on myself. And I can tell you that left tricep versus the right tricep, sooner or later, that's going to lead to something else. Sorry, the cat is biting me. My kitten cannot, every time I start to work, she comes to play with me, and right now her claws are really sharp. Anyway, sorry about that. So that tricep is going to have to be something I look at. Anyway, so a lot of the work that I did was on the latissimus dorsi through the dumbbell rows, and then the pressing was instrumental into me getting better with the one-arm press and even the wide grip strict press while following while getting that spot toward the ribs, latissimus dorsi, and then the rest of the work was on my brachialis. And so now, what do I get? I get a pull-up that is much better, and I can go much higher. Why? Because I'm not nearly as in much pain as before. So as you can tell, that's almost a good-looking pull-up, right? So I would say that, I'm not done, obviously. Like, there's still some stuff right here that I need to address. Yeah, it's a lot better. Yeah, see that shift right here? Can you guys see that? Like, if you look, I'm twisting to the left a little bit. See that? Like, there's a twist. There's a twist to my left shoulder going forward slightly. I don't know if you see it, but that right here, let me see if I can do it so you guys can see. See that? There's a shift. There's still a little bit of a shift there. That means that my right lat is engaging better than my left. It means that this part right here is engaging better, and that's making me shift. You can tell, right? See that? Right there. I can tell, yep, like my spine goes to the right. So it's not that big, but I can tell you, yeah, see, like, so the dorsi on the right is still engaging way better than the left. I mean, it has only been 2 weeks, so obviously it's not perfect, but we're going to get there. But anyway, I wanted to show you this because I think in the last 2 weeks, by doing the brachialis and the latissimus dorsi, I made quite an improvement on the pull-up. Again, I'm not done, but I wanted to show you that at in between stage where I'm at right now, where pull-ups are still a bit painful. Like, after I did that set, I felt my forearm for like a few minutes, but I'm getting on the way. All right, cool. So then I'll do another video in 2 weeks and show you where I'm at then. Okay, thanks everybody.